ASAP. I'll have my bots tow your car inside before the gang spot it. You're the Desert Rangers, right? The ones the Patriarch made a deal with. Good to see you. I've been hoping you'd... What the fuck you doing hanging with him?
This fool works for the old man. Kill him, or we're done.
Kill me? Wait a minute now. Who you working for, Rangers? If it ain't the Patriarch, then we got a problem.
You side with this fool, and you make an enemy of me. Kill him here and now, or we go our separate ways.
And I got answers for you. But not until you scrape this piece of shit off your boots. Understand?
Looks like you've got a decision to make, Rangers.
Fucking idiots. You don't know who you're messing with. Security! Engage!
kept to the bargain, Rangers. I won't forget. Now for what comes next. If you want to get to Liberty Buchanan, I have to be boss of the Scar Collectors. That means challenging Steel Trap to a duel. The first step is letting him know I'm here. Let's head to their camp. The most logical spot is north around the racetrack. And don't worry, the guards will let you in when they see you with me.
I know he was an asshole, but he worked for the Patriarch, and we just killed him! What the hell?
Do they duel with cars in there? Real dueling is with pistols.
Smell the burning rubber here at Yuma County Speedway as we head into the final laps of the Cactus Cup. It's been neck and neck this afternoon as Allison Rodriguez and Daryl Stone have led the pack, but now Sammy Martinez is coming up on the high side trying to pass Stone. Coming into the straightaway, Rodriguez has the lead. Stone switches to the...
Back off, trash! If we don't know you, you don't get... Huh? Cordite? Steel Trap said you were...
Yeah. I want to see him about that. Step aside.
I don't know if,
You want to start something? With the gun that walks?
No, I guess not. You better talk to Steel Trap. He's in the Scar Collector camp, just past the Godfishers.
How do you keep an idiota in suspense? I'm writing a song about liberty Buchanan.
Really? How's it going?
I can't find a rhyme for hat.
Are those Dorsey's?
Us all.
Time for some payback.
Is that you, Cordite? Surprised you ain't ashamed to show your face around here after what you done.
I fell for the old man's bullshit. I admit that, and you had the right to call me on it. But not by selling me into slavery. You should have called me out, demanded a trial by demolition, just like I'm calling you out now.
You wanna go? I'm gassed up and ready. Let's get it on.
You see, Scar Collectors? This is what happens when you let a coward lead you. Our tradition says we give a man time to prepare his ride before a duel, but that would make it a fair fight. And cowards don't want that, do they?
All right. I'll give you your time, asshole. But tradition also says no one hangs with us without a test. No exceptions. So if you and your shiny new friends want in, somebody's gotta play our little game. Didn't Cordy tell you about me? I'm the son of a bitch that made him shit his pants and run to daddy. They call me Steel Trap around here, and that's just what I am. So sharp I'll take your hand off, so fast you won't see it coming. I'm the boss of all bosses in this camp. All the other bosses eat my shit and like it. Yeah.
And you eat Liberty Buchanan shit and like it.
She ain't the boss of me, fuckwad. It's a cash deal. She's paying for my protection.
Whatever you gotta tell yourself, errand boy.
Simple. We Scar Collectors are about two things. Taking slaves and rebuilding ourselves better and stronger. If you want to hang with us, you gotta either prove you got what it takes to be a slaver, or you're committed enough to mod your bod. Behind me to my left is the punishment cage. where bad slaves go to die, eventually. Now to my right is the Suit Yourself Insta-Surgery kiosk. To pass the test, one of you've got to either kill the slave in the cage, or step into the kiosk and see what happens. What's it gonna be?
Oh man, this is a nightmare. No way I'd do either of those things.
Hear that, Scar Collectors? These pussies need some time to think it over.
If you will not do this with me, I will do it alone. Accept the test or leave me.
All right then, do it. What about that? Looks like your friend's got some guts, Cordy. Unlike you. Well, welcome to the camp, chumps. Enjoy your new limb. All right, Cordy. You can hang here until you're ready. But if I find out you're fixing anything except your car, the demolition is off and the massacre is on. Deal?
Deal.
Good. Come back when you're ready.
Rangers, let's talk. Outside.
It, looks good on you.
Right. Now we get ready to fight Steel Trap in the Murder Dome. Biggest problem will be that Steel Trap won't fight fair. He'll have the Piassos and the Godfishers attack me from the outside, like the cheater he is. So we've either got to turn him to our side, or get rid of him. Lecherito is the sort of clown who'd tell you he was on your side, then screw you in the end for a joke. The only way he'd switch sides for real is if he thought Steel Trap disrespected him, or was laughing at him behind his back. I know for a fact that Steel Trap thinks Lecherito is a sniveling little wannabe. The whole camp knows it. What we gotta do is prove it to Lecherito. I wouldn't want him if I could have him. Too crazy. If their gods tell them to follow a jackrabbit through a minefield, they'll up and follow it, even in the middle of a battle. I'd rather find a way to make them leave the camp without a fight. Can't afford the casualties right now. We should go to the slave camp. Slaves always know what's really going on, and they have no loyalty. Lean on them, and they'll tell us everything. You lead, I'll follow. For now.
Kids.
What's hooked up? Trap has come.
They both ride.
They both have wheels, except the
love clowns.
Arriba, los payasos!
This godfisher's gotta go fly a kite. You know what I'm saying? Like, off a cliff.
Welcome to Bargain Clown. Our prices are a joke. What can I do for you? Only if it's funny. Funny you should ask.
Oye, no touchy! You're killing me!
Is that incense?
Slaves and followers live there. Feel free to pay them a visit anytime. Slaves and followers live there. Feel free to pay them a visit anytime.
The payasos?
Ha. They call me Stitches. I'm what passes for a doctor around here. You need some stitching? I, was an assistant to a doctor. I watched her cut a lot of legs off, so I know what I'm doing. Mostly. If you're in one of the gangs, it's free. That's what being a slave is all about. But slaves and outsiders gotta pay. Duh, because they'll kill me if I don't. You got a head wound or something? Sure. Come back if you're bleeding.
Chorito, you never know what's right or what's wrong until he's clown shoeing you in the testicles.
Somebody coming.
Who are you? I don't. He does.
And I'm seeking new employment. Don't know one day to the next if I still have my arms and legs when I wake up in the morning. Their leader, Star That Dreams, decides if he's gonna sacrifice somebody by talking to the clouds. And his followers believe every word that comes out of his mouth. If he told them that everybody else's heads were full of candy, they'd start digging our eyes out looking for gumdrops.
Only one way that'll happen. Kill Star That Dreams.
No, that wouldn't work. I mean, they might leave, but they'd go berserk first and cut all our throats. The best way would be to get his #1 wife to tell him it was time to go. Haloed Moon, her name is. Star That Dreams thinks she's an oracle or something. He believes her sky readings like his followers believe him about everything else. Except lately, Liberty Buchanan's been whispering in his other ear, telling him about the sacrificial victims waiting for him in Colorado Springs, so
He hasn't been listening to Halo Moon as much. Still, if anyone could convince him to ride off into the sunset, it would be her. She's a true believer. Thinks the sun shines at a star that dreams ass. Loves him too, like a wife, like a mother. Cleans up after him, keeps away all the fortune hunters and fake mystics who follow him around. Only one she hasn't stopped is Liberty. STD likes power, and Liberty's got plenty. He's put Haloed Moon on the back burner, waiting for Liberty to hand him half of Colorado for kite meat.
Punk-ass pretty boy.
True enough. Got all the women in the camp just jumping out of their pants. But he's more than that. He thinks he's destined to lure the Godfisher gods down to Earth and bring about, I don't know, some big thunderstorm apocalypse thingy. Whatever it is, when it happens, he's gonna end up on top. And all the rest of us are gonna be food for the gods. I don't pretend to understand even half of it, but apparently their ancestors lived underground for generations and it was a really bad time. Then one day, some guy found a way to the surface and was totally blown away by clouds and rain and, well, weather in general.
Fucking nut jobs.
I know, right? Anyway, this guy goes back down carrying a bucket of water and tells everyone the gods live in the ocean of the sky and all you have to do is pray to them and get rain anytime you want it. How they go from that to hanging people's torsos from skin kites, I don't know. But supposedly, that's how it all started. Wait a minute. You're not actually going to talk to her, right? I mean, I thought we were just bullshitting.
She hangs around on a little platform in the Godfisher's garage. Says she's meditating. Complete weirdo.
God damn it, you asshole. If the Godfishers leave, they'll take me with them. I don't want that.
You said you wanted to quit them, right? So if they go, stay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Just don't ruin my life, okay?
Blades are almost ready, Masters. I just need... You're not the Masters. Too clean smelling. Who are you? Oh, Master Cordite. Is that you? It's me. Knock, knock. I was boss slave at the company store when you were here. But I lost my eyes, and now I make blades for the Masters.
You were there the night Steel Trap drugged me and sold me off.
I was. I saw it all. That's why I lost my eyes. Steel Trap said I should stop seeing things.
Don't worry. I will avenge you.
Hope you'll take Steel Trap down a peg. Damn shame to be a slave to a man like that. I don't know anything bad personally. Oh, but there's a scar collector named Beta Master who's been saying he's gonna get even with Steel Trap for something by making the Payesos mad at him. Of course, Beta's a coward, so he ain't never gonna do it. He'll be in the Scar Collector garage, probably giving Steel Trap the stink eye. Not supposed to, but Steel Trap says I'm only supposed to sell to the Scar Collectors. But you're with Cordite, so why not? All right, just keep an eye out while you're looking, okay?
told Star their dreams to keep his godfisher freaks away from our garage. They stink!
Who? Shit. Cordite? You're not still mad at me, are you?
I don't even remember you.
Oh, well, I asked you a question last time, and you got mad. I won't ask you again, but can I ask your friends?
I don't give a damn.
Thanks. So hey, you're kinda hot. How'd you like me to take your picture? Oh, all of you. You're all so tough and dangerous, and I got a tent nearby if you want to get comfortable. Oh, okay. So... What? No, who told you that? I love Steel Trap. He's the best leader. The best.
Yeah?
Present company accepted, Cordite. Sorry. No. I'll tell you. Please don't hurt me. So, I've kind of got this thing for Liberty Buchanan. She's so commanding, you know? Every time she comes out of her compound, I just try to sneak some footage of her to, watch later. So one time I was following her around, and I shot her talking to Steel Trap. And, well, if the other gangs heard what Steel Trap said about them, boom! You know? Like, big. So I was gonna show it to the Payaso boss, the Chorito, the next time Steel Trap picked on me, but anyhow, I hid it in the furthest end of his tech mine so nobody'd find it accidentally. If you want it, it's down there. Oh! And here's a camera you can play it on. Just watch it in the playback window. The Scar Collectors found some kind of buried base near here, and they've been digging through it and stripping through all its stuff. Heard somebody call it a space station, whatever that is. Go back out of the compound and follow the minecart tracks. They'll lead you right there. Okay, I told you everything. Please don't hurt me.
Wow, creep much? Jeez.
Gods of sky and storm, hear my prayers. Save me, beloved, from earthly entanglements. Tell me, who are you? How dare you disturb my meditations? I suppose I know him. One wild dog looks much like another.
Do they?
You're Cordite? What do you want? More backstabbers. This camp is full of them. I trust none of you. Just a moment. I should not have snapped at you. Tell me what you have in mind. How will you convince Star That Dreams to leave the Alliance? Interesting. I have been thinking the same. Only an omen will convince Star That Dreams to leave this camp. And I have known for many weeks what that omen should be. I have just not found the courage to follow through. Perhaps your rude interruption is a sign that I must act. I'll tell you more here. Near the wind farm where we fly our kites is an old ice cream truck. Meet me there. But you must promise not to tell Star that dreams of this. He must see my omen as a miracle, and not a suicide. There is a grove of old windmills on top of a mesa, where the wind never stops. We have made it a sacred space, a place of sacrifice. Head toward the mechanic's garage, then take the track around past it. You will soon see the path to the wind farm. Follow it past the Bayaso outpost, and you will find the ice cream truck. Stay away from the godfishers at the wind farm. Before my courage fails me.
Never trust a payaso.
Hey, strangers, over here! Maybe you mamons can help us out. You see, the godfishers were traveling this way with some fresh kite-making materials, but they ran into some giant bisons and they kinda got them trapped. We don't give a wet fart about the godfishers. Oh, but they're poor slaves. Their plight has touched our hearts, and we want to, liberate them. If you take care of the bison, we'll grab the meat stickers, victims, and our boss, Risky Brisket, will give you something cool for your trouble, huh? She's down at Meat Clown, near the Godfisher Shrine. Nothing. We promise. We're gonna have them over for dinner, and then say adios. Thanks, Mamos.
Meat's back on the menu,
he wants us to rescue these people? Or does he mean recover his property?
Clown burgers to somebody else.
Que rico.
Oh, hi! Bienvenidos to Meat Clown Barbecue. I'm Risky Brisket. What'll you have? Not much of a choice today, I'm afraid. We're out of everything except the clown burger. Don't try to be funny. That's my job. Now what's it going to be? You jokers think I'm a fool, not a clown. Yeah, well, I don't remember shit. If you were here yesterday, prove it. How'd you feel after you ate the clown burger? So you have had a clown burger. Oh, my memory's slipping. Damn. Guess I better quit drinking so much prairie punch. Fine, you passed the burger challenge. Congratulations. Now I gotta find some other sucker. This bites. You're back. We don't get a lot of repeat business. Y'all come back now, okay?
I'm hungry.
Try a burger yet, Mamones?
Non-believers cannot enter the shrine of the Wind Catchers. Leave or die.
Fetch me a kite. There should be some usable kites near the bone pit, where we throw the limbs of the sacrifices before they are sent to the sky. Wild animals prowl there, attracted by the meat, so be careful. Take the unguarded path on the heights. Hurry.
jokes.
survey report back. It's actually worse than I expected. Subsidence rates are close to 1.5% over a 6-month period. I warned the planning committee that the reservoir was going to be a problem. The soil up here is too sandy and erodes too easily. We should have set the pilings for the windmills about 30 feet deeper, but no one wanted to spend that kind of money. So now we have to keep a crew on payroll to keep shoring up the site. If we don't, then in a few years, they're all gonna be lying around like pickup sticks.
Enough people to launch it. Good. Now kill me and strap me to it.
Are you sure we want to go through with this?
Do you think I've been standing out here in the cold wind waiting for you to talk me out of it? If I had changed my mind, I would have gone back to the camp and crawled into Star That Dreams' bed. Do it, damn you. Do it. You are braver than I expected. Now, my arms and legs. Do it.
Brothers and sisters, hear me! There has been a miracle. The gods of the sky knew I was deaf to their signs, so they took my beloved haloed moon as a sign, flown from a truck bearing the words Alaska's surprise. The meaning could not be clearer. Our salvation lies in the north, so pack your tents and gather your slaves, my children. We must march!
Alright, I'm gonna teach all you payasos how to make a clown burger so I don't have to do everything around here every fucking day, okay? No, what makes a clown burger is how you season the meat. Any meat will do, bison, beef, or alternatives, as long as you follow this recipe. First, grind the meat. Then, add a pint of snake squeezins, a tube of toothpaste, a handful of chilies, and some of those mushrooms that grow out near the latrine. Mix thoroughly, then let it rest in a warm, moist place for 3 days. While you're waiting, make the buns. First, steal some flour from some squares, then mix it all together in one.
So this is what the refugees are running from. This looks like the drawing of a space station for the Patriarch's Museum.
My father's throne, the payasos are going to be a liability. Too dumb to be trusted.
Don't you worry about those clowns. I've got plans for them.
Oh?
Gonna trick that asshat Lecherito into making them take on the marshals by themselves. Nice little diversion for us, but it'll turn the payasos into clown burgers.
Good. Just make sure there are no survivors. On either side.
Godfishers freeze their kite strings off on their way north.
What do you call a cheap circumcision?
What?
A rip-off. Get it?
I hope not. Estás ready, cabrons?
I've seen scar collectors with bolt-on arms, legs, hands, eyes. Too bad there's no such thing as a bolt-on personality, huh? Huh? Well, if it isn't last year's model and his gang of nobodies.
The mouth on this clown.
Howdy, Cordite. You here to kiss my ass and ask me to switch sides? Well, you're gonna have to get that tongue in deep, you hear me? 'Cause Los Payasos don't side with losers, yeah? And you're the biggest loser in Colorado. You had everything, clown. King of the Scar Collectors, kickbacks from Padre Patriarch, the respect of the Eastern Plains. And now look at you, crawling to poor old Lecherito, who you never even gave the time of day back when you were riding high. Well, fuck you, big man. Fuck you with Steel Trap's rusty-ass roto-dick.
You through?
Shit, I ain't even getting warmed up, but it can wait. I can drag you coming or going. You got something to say it. I'd love to hear a grown man beg. Oh, really? Will I need a magnifying glass to see it? Que chingados, wait just a goddamn minute. You didn't say it was something like that. Let me see. Madres, they've been zooming me for weeks. Telling me the payasos are an integral part of the plan. And now I find out they're using me for martial bait?
Trust you to be blinded by a pat on the head.
Fuck you, has-been. But alright, I'll back your play. I still think you're yesterday's lunch and a high-horse snob, but at least you never shit in my face and told me it was candy. Whenever you're ready, the payasos will be right behind you. Now get off my porch!
Why don't little girls fart?
I don't know.
'Cause they don't get assholes till they're married.
So, I says to let you Well, what? You ready now? About fucking time. Gas up, you piece of shit, and meet me at the arena. Hope you're ready to die, Cordy. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready for the war to settle the score? The wonder in the tundra, the demolition to rule the coalition. That's right, you plebes. Whoever Whoever wins this rumble is the new king of the jungle. So you all better
Quit talking and start fighting.
way to ruin my moment, speed bump. All right, fine. Let the vehicular homicide begin.
About time. Collectors. The usurper is dead. Ironclad Cordite is your king once more.
Cordite! 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 Cordite!
Mine. The Collectors are mine again. Another trial bested. Now there is only my return to the East to accomplish. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten our deal. You have stood by me, I will stand by you. Until we take our revenge on that honorless fool, the Patriarch, I am yours to command. The moment he's dead, I take the Scar Collectors east like I promised. But first, his daughter. Lead on.
Takes a leak. He just leaks.
Hey, cabrons! Lecherito thought the way you helped him was a riot, so he told me to give you a discount. From now on, I'll give you a little off everything in the store. Even the stuff that's a little off. Now, what do you want? Funny you should ask.
Guess you graduated from follower to leader now. Go right in.
Ironclad Cordite. I was wondering what made my shaky little coalition of pawns self-destruct. I should have guessed it was you. I'm impressed. You know how to light matches inside a fireworks factory. Bravo. But really, it's not you I'm angry at. A dog can't be blamed for fighting to the top of a trash heap. That's its nature. I reserve my anger for my father, who should have killed you when he had you.
I would have if I was him.
Instead, he held you, in case you might be useful one day in some political bargain. Old fool. He fails to understand that bargains and alliances just lead to endless, unwinnable wars. Why can't he see the simple truth? That only by ruling everything and everyone can one truly have peace. Only in empire is there stability. A world in chaos is ripe for the taking, and you, intentionally or not, have made the taking of it just a little bit easier. Haven't you? You killed both my brothers for me, clearing my path to my father's throne. So, thanks. Is that sarcasm? Well, it doesn't matter. Now, I'm...
Liberty Buchanan? My name is Lucia Wesson, and I call you out for the deaths of my family and the kidnapping of my father. Return him to me without delay. Also, I demand satisfaction from you. Gun to gun.
That'll have to wait until we're done here. But you can speed the proceedings and the release of your father if you switch sides and fight for me.
No, thank you, Miss Buchanan. I know what my father would say to such a proposal. Unfortunately, it's not fit for polite company. Or yours.
Then you'll have no one to blame but yourself when he dies, will you? Now, where were we? Oh, right. Whatever ultimatum you're here to give me, I'll save you the trouble and give you one of my own. Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone, far from home. What do you say? Oh, they wouldn't dare! I'd... I suppose it's true. The warlords don't like a loser, and they will see this as a defeat. Fine. I can play the penitent daughter until the old man dies. My time will come. You're prisoner.
This is Ranger HQ. Go ahead, Team November. Impressive, November 1. When you're back in Colorado Springs, I'm sure the Patriarch will be ready to talk about his end of the deal. Transport is inbound to pick up one Liberty Buchanan. Well done, Team November. Over and out.
So much for the daughter. Now for the father. I will not be satisfied until I see Buchanan dead at my feet. Are you ready to take down the Patriarch? Fine. My troops will stay here and prepare for the march to Kansas. Let's ride.
Thank you for the rescue, friends. Forgive me for not looking my best. These savages haven't allowed me a bath or a change of clothes since they kidnapped me. I'm Percival Wesson, of the 100 Families.
Daddy? Oh, thank God I found you. I've been praying for this day.
Peaches, you're alive. I can't believe it. I was so afraid that...
Oh, but Daddy, Mama and little Percy are dead. The Dorseys killed them in the Garden of the Gods. I couldn't protect...
Hush, Lucia, hush. You would have saved them if it was possible to do so. I know that. Aren't you the bravest daughter that ever was?
I tried to be, Daddy. I went after Nelius Dorsey to get my revenge. The Rangers and I found him and confronted him.
You talked to Nelius?
I pulled the trigger on him myself. Mama and Percy, I got justice for them.
It's complicated. No, it's not. I won't lie to you, Lucia. Not when you're all I have left.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm sorry, darling. Truly. You see, years ago, the Patriarch asked me to get some men together and disrupt a meeting of the Dorseys, who were agitating to establish elections in Colorado. Saul, he didn't feel it was time for that yet. So we showed up in hoods, brandishing clubs, ready to teach them all a lesson. But it only took one Dorsey fighting back, and I started shooting instead of swinging. I was just so mad that they'd turn on the man who'd saved us all. Well, once one was dead, we had to kill the rest, didn't we? I mean, we couldn't let my sins tarnish Saul's reputation. So we hunted him down. Until Nelius showed up at our doorstep, I thought we'd got them all. I've been blaming the Patriarch for all this since Nelius took me. Telling myself it was Saul who ordered me to kill the Dorseys. But it was never said out loud, so maybe I just thought that's what he wanted. He certainly wasn't displeased when I told him I'd done it. He just told me to be damn sure I got all the witnesses. And we never spoke of it again.
Oh, Daddy, Mama and Percy, they'd still be alive if you hadn't killed those Dorseys. It all comes back around to you. What do I do now, Rangers? What do I do with my father? Huh. Let him live or die by the rule of law that he talked so much about when I was growing up. Yes, that seems just.
Whatever the judgment is, I will accept it. I deserve any punishment they mete out.
Then I will take you to Sheriff Daisy. Let's go home, Father. Goodbye, Rangers. And thank you. My father needs to rest before we head back. Thanks again, Rangers.